Okay. Watching the stream closely. Definitely watching closely.
Let's go! Zootopia 2 has everything.
Zootopia 2.
Besties.
Okay. I gotta pull up the chat and make sure that my go live notification is as it needs to be. Okay. All right. Z, how we doing? How was the stream last night? Terrible. That's exactly how it was last night, Z. I ain't even lying to you. I will not lie to you about that. Like, it was bro, listen, the connection is just it's so unstable that you know, yeah, it was. Well, look, once the stream shut down, I didn't even bother. I truly didn't even bother. Configure. I need this little screen right here. Actually, no, that's the wrong screen. I was about to join your live, but see, the funny thing is it just fell off the face of the planet. I didn't get a chance to end it. That's how I had my camera. I knew something was off. I'm like, you guys don't usually get that side of the room. But yeah, like the there was something wrong with the box, and there may still be something wrong with the box. The reason why we weren't like live this morning and we're live now is because I've been without the connection all day. They said, man, they should fix the internet. Yeah, here's the thing. I called them, set up the appointment for them to pop up tomorrow to, like, you know, check the box and, you know, whatever they would have to do to fix it, and then tell me why I happen to look over at the box and all 5 lights are connected. I'm like what is this, bro? Like, you was just being goofy before I made the calls, and now you want to reconnect and be solid. And then it also didn't help that, like, you can't really you can't explain it, you know, because I was on the phone with the people, and I'm like, bro, the bill wasn't even due for another 2 days, you know. But I just recently had to, zero out, like, bills and everything, because, bills are due. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I'll be perfectly honest, bro. I had to drop just now like 800. You know? Does anyone in the neighborhood? Nah, there wasn't an outage. No, nothing. Can't even explain it. There wasn't an outage in the area. The bill wasn't due for another 2 days. You know? So paid the internet bill, paid the gas and electric bill, and it's like that's annoying in and of it. Not annoying, but it's like, you know. But if I had to choose, would I rather have like the issues that I'm having right now, or be able to, you know, like pay all of that before, you know, like with the job that I came from? Even if it lags, we should enjoy the time we have. You got jokes, I see. You're not lying though, because that's typically where my that's like my base of you know interacting and everything. It's just like I'll be wanting to play the game. I'll be wanting to stream for you guys, you know. And the internet is like, not having internet means I can't do that. It would mean worlds to me if, you know, YouTube and Twitch could, like, if I could just cover my base, you know, if I could just cover what I do have, you know, like if I was making that much, it'd be amazing. But at the end of the day, there's a part of me that doesn't care about like how much I make or that. Like, I don't care, bro. I'm chilling. You know, I'm here with the people. Cause like, that's like, hey, that's the only thing that matters at the end of the day. And besides, that's what I got a real job for anyway. Good news, I don't have school today. I have a long vacation? What you mean a long vacation? Is it? Oh, I hear you. I think you and I were in the same boat. We're in the same boat too. Like I was talking to this lady the other day, and we were talking about like schedules, and she was like, it doesn't start until like mid-January. I'm like, that is music to my ears, bro. I can relax. Cause I really didn't get a chance to relax until like mid-December. But then I was always working, because like the part-time takes my weekends, but they just recently reduced hours. And like do you know what I made a month working for them? I made 13 that whole month, bro. 1,300. And 1,300 was literally just enough to cover like my personal responsibilities, you know, like things that I've done. Sorry, I went to wipe my face and my hand hit my nose. Like, I made just enough to like cover all of the things that I acquired on my own, you know. And so now that they reduced hours, I'm literally, as far as I know, there's only one day that I'm on the schedule next week, and that's tomorrow. They have me on the schedule for, you know, Tuesday too, but I'm not going. I'm going somewhere else for that. And the reason for that is because they want me to be there 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be here 3 o'clock in the morning. And I told you guys, don't put me on for this. Don't put me on for like certain days, because like my internship and everything else, they get those days, and I'm not gonna do both of those jobs in the same day. You know, I don't want to play 2 roles in a day. So I talked to the lady about it, right? And she was like, well, you know, we need all the help we can get. Is mandatory. Even if you could just come in for 2 hours. What's 2 hours? In my head, I'm like, what's 2 hours? By the time I get in there, do one little section, before you know what, I'm leaving. As soon as I get here, I'm leaving. And to be there 3 o'clock in the morning? No. So I'm there Monday, but I'm not there Tuesday. And, you know, I'm just trying to find things that I can do in between. Well, right now, I am what am I doing? It's not merchandise processing, backroom associate, really. So it's kind of like, it's a little bit like warehousing, but that's what the part-time is. And the other role stems from my internship as a clinical intern. That's what that stems from. So I just have to, you know, keep my head up and, you know, focus on that. You enjoy it? When I'm there, like the backroom thing, I'm cool with it because it's like, like this is okay, considering what I came from and the coin that I had coming in from that. It was okay, but I kid you not, throughout the week I was pissed off, bro. I was pissed off throughout the week. I wasn't miserable, I was just annoyed. I'm like, bro, I can't keep doing the same thing. I've been here for 2 years. Like, I can't keep doing the same thing. What else am I going to do? And so doing the internship, I had to drop my other job altogether. And that's just me being honest, with you guys. So that's what had to happen. And I didn't think twice about it, because I said, I know where I want to be. I know what I want to do. And I know that what I don't, like, when it was, okay, what do you want to do, Josh? Like, there's a part of me that goes, I don't know exactly. There's a part of me that goes, I don't know exactly what I want to do, but I know what I don't want to do. And what I don't want to do is be here. And so I went to school, and my internship came up, and then my internship required me to be present at a facility for at least 10 hours a week, but during work days, which means I had to step down from my full-time, because they told me, oh, we don't offer part-time here. And I'm like, in my head, I was thinking, I'm like, even before we had that conversation, I said, to myself, I said, look, if they think that they're gonna try and present me with like this kind of ultimatum, like, oh, either you're gonna choose this or you're gonna choose that. I literally looked at it like, either I'm going to choose today, or I'm going to choose like taking a chance on my future. And I said, look, I know one of these decisions is going to lead to something that I don't know, right? And what happened was, there was like, in that moment, because I still do, like, till this day, like, I watch a lot of motivational videos, right? And for the past week and a half, I've been like real quiet, reflecting, and I was just because it's not something that I think about every day, but it is something that I'm reminded of, because I know that not everyone is willing to take that chance. For me, I looked at it like, I can sit here, I can play it safe, or I can take a chance, I can take a risk on the future, which is scary, is unknown. I don't know where it goes, but I know that choosing to play it safe is going to lead me to right where I am, right here, right now, coming to work every day, working at a job for and it would have been 3 years, it would have been going on 3 years, same position, not moving, feeling stuck. And for me, I'm like, I can't, this can't be me. And like the money at the time, yeah, like the money was the money finally was decent. How we doing? Well, the money was finally decent enough for me to take care of my responsibilities and do my best to save a little bit. And I left it because it not only because it was time for me to leave, but because I already had things in motion 6 months before, and I knew that the day was coming that I would have to leave. And I did my due diligence. I looked at it and I'm like, maybe I can do this part-time. But then they said, nope, Nitro, you just woke up? Man, I woke up around 11. But internet didn't come back online until like 2:50 today. So You know, I picked up this book, right? Home Buying 101. I picked this up, and I have a decent amount of books, you know, because I know like where I know what I want for myself and my life, you know. I know that, and I just looked at it like I gotta take a chance on me, you know. I have to. Gotta take a chance on me. I know like where I am, like how I feel right now. I'll be perfectly honest with you. What's today? Today's Sunday. I thought today was Monday for a second. I'm like, I'll be honest with you. Imagine doing like a 9 to 5. Right? See, like, gotta take a leap of faith, man. You have to. You know how many motivational videos like I've watched, and it said that like at some point you gotta take that. Yeah, SZ, I know it's like, wait. Let's see, isn't it like 4 o'clock in the morning for you? 4 a.m. I know that your timing is different. We have people from all over, you know, the globe, so the time zones are crazy. See, SZ, I know. I'm in the future. Yeah. SZ, what does Monday look like? Crap, I'm gonna go mow the lawns and then I come back and rejoin the stream, mate. I gotta do them while it's still cool and not 30 degrees. Yeah, you got a point. I watched too many motivational videos and now I'm like a walking beacon for that or something, you know? It's like things I can't stop thinking about. Monday is still the same day. Man. You know, you gotta take a chance on the things that you want to do and where you really want to be. Because you don't know how far you'll go. You have no idea like how far that'll take you. I just know that what I was doing before wasn't gonna lead to anything. It wasn't gonna lead to nothing. And then if I would have did like a work-based internship, it just would have been a headache, bro. It just would have been a headache, and then it wouldn't have been beneficial to the experience that I was seeking. And you know, no one even knows, but like my title has definitely changed. My title has changed. Like I'm really thankful and grateful for where I am right now, even though there are like financial things that I have to be mindful of. And that's all, like, for as long as I can remember, every job I've ever worked, I've always tried my best to be as frugal as I could with the money that I do get, you know. Like, I've never been the type of person to splurge, because I always felt that there's going to be a day where I'm going to need this money that I'm spending like I got it like that. And what's going to happen is, when I need it, I won't have it because I spent it like I had it like that, when in actuality I never did. And that's not looking at it, you know, from like from a bad place. I was just looking at it like, in case I ever really need it, I want to make sure that I have it. Because when they come knocking on your door, when those responsibilities come calling and they're telling you to pay, you gotta pay. Bro, I just gotta like I just said, like today I just spent like maybe like 7. I gotta look at it from a more realistic standpoint. It wasn't, I didn't spend 8. I spent like 5. Yeah, like 575 today. That actually makes me feel a little bit better, because like in reality I spent like 5 something. In my head, because of what I thought and how I added up the numbers at first, in my head I'm like, I just spent 8 today. No, today I just spent like 5. And then I get this letter in the mail from urgent care. talking about, oh, you there's a bill for $250. I'm like, how is it that I own? How is it that I have a bill of $250 right now when I went to the urgent care and I paid out of pocket right there in front of me? Like I paid them for like a TB test, you know, it was like a physical. I paid $75 for the first time because it's a two-step. Paid $75 the first time. Then I had to come back for the second test and I had to pay another $125. So that's $225 that I've already given them just for me going there. Like I paid that out of my own pocket. And then I get a bill in the mail talking about another $250. Then the $250, I'm thinking, I'm like, how do I owe them? Like, not owe them, I guess owe them, right? How do I owe them $250? And here's the thing. I paid for like the test or whatever, but apparently there's like a I guess like the doctor, like you gotta, like, you know how you pay for medicine, but then you have to pay the person that provided you said medicine or something like that. It's some situation like that, like because it's like the doctor's name, you know, it's like the doctor's name. So that's like $250. So it has to be because I saw the person twice. So like that $125, and I'm like, no one even told me that up front when I went there for a physical. Why do I have to pay $500 for a physical at the end of the day? Like I don't get that. You know, and it's, oh, well, you know, because you didn't go to your primary, you know, doctor, which I don't have one, because you didn't go to your primary, that you know, like it's gonna cost you, you know, out of pocket. And I'm like, I thought the physical was cheaper than that. Only kind of find out, I remember like when I was getting everything rolling for my internship, and I asked the lady about it. The lady was like, oh, I wish you would have told us that you worked here before, because we could have just looked at your old records. That would have meant that I would not have even had to go to the urgent care. But here's the thing, here's the kicker. They didn't tell me that there was going to be an extra fee. I was like, okay, how much is the test or whatever? Like, how much is that? Oh, you know, $75 today, and then another $125 because it's a two-part. I'm like, okay, fine. I know where I want to be in my life. I know where I want to go. So, okay, I guess I'll pay that for now. You know, it's last minute. I have to get this done this month. I can't necessarily wait too much longer because I have a tentative start date. So I did all of that, and, you know, I paid, and I didn't care to pay because I'm like, look, listen, I'm investing in me. But no one told me, like, they didn't tell me when I was at the doctor's office that there was going to be an extra cost. So I you know, because I was getting messages, you know, to my phone about like there was like a bill. I'm like, I can't see how there's a bill. Like I paid for the services I came for, and I have the receipts to prove it. And I even screenshotted it in my phone. The 2 times that I did go there and get services. So for me to see that there's another bill, and it's talking about some, oh, like, I guess like you got the doctor, you know, like you got to pay urgent care, you know, again for, you know, for like $225 because looking at this paper, here's what it says on the back of it. Yep, this is, yeah. Yep. Now, it's pretty much as I just explained it. Like, I went there, and they're asking for yeah, $125 a piece. And that's where the 800 in my head came from, because I'm like, now I got a bill in it. They're asking for that. So on the back of the page, this is what it says: detach here and return above stub, right? And I'm trying to figure out, do we just like pop up there, and then just do it like that. But here's what it's saying. It's saying for hospital or other facility patients, you could receive 2 or more bills for services provided. Total diagnostic or treatment cost. There are 2 categories. Physician or provider's fee. Hospital charges or other facility. This statement is not a duplicate charge, but a separation of the facility and physician or provider fees. These services were provided while you were under our care or at the request of your other physicians or providers. Your bill from the facility may include a separate charge for use of its equipment, supplies, and technical personnel. You may also receive bills from other physicians or providers who were involved with your care if you were a patient in a hospital or other facility. If you have any questions concerning your bill, please call our office and we would be happy to assist you. So you get charged twice. And that's why there are people out there in the world that don't want to go to the hospital for anything, because there are these hidden fees, these hidden statements. Like, if you go to the doctors and you don't have like insurance, you got to pay out of pocket, right? You go there, you pay, like, let's say the services that you want is like $50. You pay $50, then you get hit with another bill, which is different. There, you get hit twice. This is why you get hit twice. You get hit for the service provided. So you get hit for what you actually went to the doctors for, doctor, hospital. You get hit for what you actually went there for. Then you get hit again by the doctors. So you get hit twice. So pretty much what you're doing is you're paying the facilities, and then you're paying the doctors that were, you're paying the doctors that were pretty much assigned to you. So you get 2 bills. You get a bill from the provider. You get a bill from the hospital for services provided, which are 2 separate things, which is the dumbest thing ever, because the doctor is employed through the hospital. So if the doctor is the one that is responsible for administering said services, why do you get charged for said services that you pay for, but you gotta pay the doctor that administered said services? And then for the paper to say that you may receive 2 or more bills in addition to the one that you pay from the hospital. You got to pay for services, and you have to pay the servicer, the person administering said service. And even though, like, you know, like, it's not crazy, at the same time, I look at it like, you didn't even bother telling me up front that I was gonna have to pay a doctor, bro. And then check this out. Check this out. Let's look at the date on this thing. The statement date for this is November 26th. I went to the urgent care in August. I went to urgent care in August. The first time they ever sent me a message, it says something about, I got a message August 18th. This is an alert that a statement is now available on your patient portal. Right? So I get a message that a statement is available. And then I'm looking at this thingy thing, and it says the statement date is November 26th. the dates don't necessarily add up. But it still doesn't make sense. Cause look, I went there. Yeah, August. I don't even think I went there. Yeah, I went there. Yeah, I went there. But at the end of the day, like, I remember, like, sometimes when I would pop up, it's more so for them to, like, you know, check in, which is literally like a 2-second thing, right? But you know, it's saying, because once again I know I paid. I got the receipts, you know, and how do I know I paid? Because it came out of my pocket. It came out of my pocket the day of. So I left them a voicemail and I told them, look, I'm gonna need someone to call me about this, because they don't. That's the problem. They don't tell you up front. They don't tell you upfront about these things, which is stupid. Because I paid. It's just like irritating to me a little bit, because it's like a waste of time. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. And then you want to throw an extra charge on top of that. Like, I don't understand. Like, if I'm a doctor, if I'm providing services, I'm going to tell people up front about what is going to have to be paid. If I'm going there for a test and then you tell me, okay, this is what it's going to be, I'm expecting that when I pay that, that's it. I'm not expecting no additional fees, and they don't tell you that up front. Like, that's information that you need to disclose. If you're not going to disclose that information, how can you expect for people to pay that? Yeah, like, it says urgent care centers often do not explicitly disclose additional fees, such as separate provider fees or facility fees upfront, due to a combination of complex hospital-based billing structures, the speed at which services provided, and insurance contact limitations. Here are the primary reasons for this lack of transparency. Hospital-based designation. Many urgent care clinics are actually owned by hospital systems. If a clinic is classified as a hospital outpatient, they're permitted to charge a facility fee and a separate provider fee. Variable insurance coverage, operational speed, point of service. These centers focus on collecting co-pays of full self-pay amounts immediately to reduce bad debt. Unbundled billing facilities may list the base rate, but unbundled charges for supplies, equipment, or specific providers, which are added later. Well, you should know, No Surprises Act. For uninsured or self-pay patients, facilities are required to provide a good faith estimate. Ask for status before receiving care. You can ask, is this clinic classified as a hospital? Review. You are usually asked to sign the document at check and that outlines these potential charges. Reading this is the best way to identify them. What is double dipping? Well, I'm definitely gonna talk to them about it, you know, because it's just like I said. Like, I called them prior, went up there, and then when I finally went there, you know, I'm okay, how much is this going to cost? And because it was a two-step thing, like, I had to pay extra. Like, the first time I went there, I had to pay like $75, and I'm like, okay, great, fantastic, gotta sit here and pay that. And then, you know, I'm like, I remember checking in, and it was like, oh, because it's a two-step. I'm like, oh boy, bro. But once again, you go there twice, and they don't tell you about like other like fees that'll come up. Like, you can't expect for people to be oh yeah, sure, you know, I'll just pay that. No lie, it sounds like crazy. Let people know, bro. Let people know. If you're gonna be working in a facility providing any type of care to someone and they're being charged up front, let them know about like what else could possibly come. Like, these people aren't new at these facilities. I'm sure they've been doctors and providers and you know, training people for the longest. Let people know up front what they're gonna be charged, so that like give them some kind of estimate and let them know. No one should have to pay $500 for a TB test. But once again, if you're out of network, if you're paying out of pocket, you don't have insurance, that's why those things cost that much. You know, that's why it costs that much. And it's funny because I think that my job at the time wasn't even in network to the place that I went anyway. So it's cool. It is what it is. But you know, I'll give them a call, have them figure it out, and then look, what, you know, we're gonna have that conversation over the phone. We're gonna have that conversation. You know what I do think, even though I had to go there twice, it was a 2-step process. So I don't even know if all of it makes sense, but bro, that's hospital care, bro. That's why that is exactly why when people get sick, they don't like going to the hospital in the first place. That's exactly why they don't like going, because you get hit with extra fees, bro. You take care of that, because that is some serious things. A little bit. It's just it's an irritant. That's really what it is, you know. That's like sandwich money for the next 3 weeks, you know. Now you see why I don't like going to the doctors for anything, bro. I don't know, man. But you know, like outside of that, I gotta go. I'll sleep again. It is that time, SZ. You gotta take that nap. Just chilling at this point. Sorry, but I'll watch your next stream. Don't worry. Take care, SZ. But I'll have that conversation with them tomorrow. Whenever they call me. Whenever they call, I'm gonna say, look, I understand. Like, I went there for services, but as far as I'm concerned, the services I went for, I paid for, and I paid up front. Where's this extra bill coming from? And why didn't anyone think it was a great idea to tell me
He's my miracle
about
child.
it?
So how does your miracle...
You know? Like, why didn't anyone think that it was a great idea to let me know ahead of time? You don't provide services to people and not tell them about it. You know? Anytime that you go to go get a car fixed, there's a sign on the wall that lets you know how much, like, they charge an hour for labor. You don't go to get your car fixed for like $20 and not expect to pay maybe like 60 to 50, depending on what it is. Because if it's you gotta pay you gotta pay the guy per hour. I'm not saying that there's pretty much a flat rate for that, but you know that up front. You go to the doctors to get, like, you know, to get a checkup, and they're charging you extra for a checkup. How much you expect somebody to pay for a checkup? 100? That sounds really unrealistic for a checkup. But once again, I'm not like mad about that whole thing. To a certain extent, like I don't even care like that. I just look at it like, and I think maybe because I've already looked at it, like I know that there are like medical bills that are just outrageous and just outright retarded. Like, bro, some people's medical bills, they be charging salaries for a medical bill, and it's like, on what planet Earth do you think that someone has that kind of money? Like, do you not pay attention to the demographic of the people that you're serving? I'm not saying that businesses should take losses. I don't think that they should. What I do think that is that, like, you really need to be understanding of the demographic of people that you're serving. Now, I understand that medical equipment and 24-hour care, there's so many different parts that go into like medical care when people go into facilities. Like, if you're going to a hospital, expect that, bro. Like, if you're staying there for a week, just know you're gonna be paying them. And it's the medical staff. I don't know if security is a part of that, but it's medical staff, the 24/7 support, the nurses. Why do you think that nurses, doctors, why do you think that hospital staff make so much money till this day? Because like it's the demand, bro. Like, you gotta pay. I just look at it like there are people that have been in hospitals for like 3 weeks to a month, and then when they get out of the hospital, and then they get hit with this bill, and the bill be like, oh yeah, this is your bill for services charged on said date. $40,000, bro. Where do you think broski is gonna get that kind of money from? The lottery. It's gonna take them in forever to pay something like that off. More than a year. Because you gotta think about it. What if someone is making 45 grand a year, but he has a medical bill of 45,000? It's going to take him maybe the next 4 to 5 years to go pay off 45,000, bro. And this is in addition to all of the other things that he or she would have going on. Medical bills are insane with their prices, bro.
Service offers hundreds of high quality.
Medical bills are insane with their prices. It's really outrageous, just overall. I just happen to fall on a much lower side of the scale this time around. But hey, like I take that and just reference that, like, I already paid $225. Now you got to pay the provider another $250. That's just weird to me. He said, for all I know, all the checks I wrote bounced. Man. Multi-family houses, ladies and gentlemen. Multi-family houses. Because I was looking at this this Home Buying 101 book. And I really want to own a home one day. Spending a night in it says test out the real feel for a neighborhood and your commute by spending a night in a vacation rental. Know your debt to income ratio before you apply for a mortgage. Budget 1% of your home's value per year for maintenance. You may not need as big of a down payment as you think, and government programs can help. Home Buying 101 from Mortgages in a MLS. to making the offer and moving in, your essential guide to buying your first home. It's easier than ever to learn your credit score, but improving it still takes time and effort. Learn how. Consider touring 50 plus homes to get a true feel for the market. Through open houses, a crash course in buying your first home. It would be really nice. I'd be really appreciative, you know, the day that I'm able to do that and have like a nice stream room and doing my best. Let's read something real quick. Understanding condo documents and bylaws. What are you buying into? When you purchase a condo, you're buying more than just a single unit within a larger complex. You're also entering into a binding financial and social contract with the other owners. Your fates and fortunes will soon be intertwined. So before you purchase a condo, you need to review the association's bylaws, budget, and other documents to know what you're getting yourself into. In some states, buyers have a legal right to review condo documents for a set number of days before proceeding with a purchase. The seller must provide copies of key condo documents. Elsewhere, it's common for condo buyers to make their offer subject to a review of the association documents and budget. If the buyer or the buyer's attorney sees anything amiss, they can pull out of the purchase. What are condo documents? Restrictions. How much money does the association currently have in reserves? The condo association bylaws outline how the association is run. Meeting minutes. I must have had this book for a minute. It's kind of falling apart. I think when I first got it, I used to read into it. Questions to ask. In addition to reviewing the condo documents, ask the seller. How many of the units are owner occupied and how many are rented to tenants? Have there been any recent foreclosures or vacancies? Are there any upcoming projects or improvements planned? How much are they slated to cost and where will the money come from? Have there been any special assessments in the past? Are there any current lawsuits or liens against the association? These are interesting questions. New homes, cons, yeah. Buying a new home. Which features are considered upgrades? A construction loan.
This is your brain when you're struggling to focus. And this is your brain.
I was locked in when I read that. Hmm. If you haven't already, start browsing homes for sale on one or more of the major real estate websites. Oh, let me take a picture of this real quick. I didn't know there were more than 2 sites. Reading is fundamental. Interesting. So there's more than one website. I've been sticking to Zillow looking at places. Yeah, one of these days, man. One of these days. One of these days, I will acquire all of the things to be so great. Dun, 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 dun. Gas-free grass. Bro, if I could just, focus on being like a homeowner, I wouldn't mind doing that full time. Like a 2 to 3 family house. I think for me, my starting would be like a 2 family house. That's what I think. There would be a 2 family house starting. And then I would rent out the floor and, probably have, definitely be working full time in addition to that, so I can still maintain my side of everything. And whenever I come home, focus on whatever needs attention, as a landlord or whatever, and rock out and just make it to a point when I can actually take care of myself. I've just been like real chill today. And I think that because the stream wasn't the best earlier, all day today, it really put me in like a chill state, and it has kept me there all day today. I'm just relaxing, Really haven't been reaching out and texting people too much. I'm just gonna take things, a day at a time, I've been pretty reflective, and now I just want to relax. I don't know, bro. I don't know. It would be so nice to own a home. Oh, American dream. It's like, bro, like I don't even see it as that. I just want to have something that's mine, something I can truly call my own. I don't know what to say. I don't have much to say. Oh, Nacho found a good deal on the Nintendo DS. Where is my head in this moment? My head is on my goals, my dreams. I want to go so far. I want to do things. I want to get out there. I want to be present, be more active. I think I do want to tour a house. You know, I want to tour a house on the market. Just, you know, at least one. I want to have that experience. Definitely want to have that experience. I want to tour one home and see what it's like. I want to see what it'll make me think about. I want to see. I want to be present there one day. That's what I want. One day. And I think I really do want to do it alone. Believe it or not, I thought about that earlier this week. I think I really do want to meet a realtor. I want to sit down. I want to have a conversation with them. I want them to teach me about what it is I should be looking at, or not what I should be looking at. But I want them to really tell me their story. I want to know. I just went through this whole scenario in my head just now. I'm pretty sure I fell into a daydream a little bit. But like what I was thinking was, imagine, you know, I go to see a house for the first time, right? Whether it be a condo, single family, 2-family home, doesn't matter, right? I go to go see one of these properties. I sit down with the realtor, we have a conversation, and then I ask them, I said, look, would you mind, like, I guess in my head I'm assuming it's a one-on-one type thing. But I guess in my head, I'm like, what's your story? What got you into real estate? And like, what can I do at this level? And then, you know, it went from that to the realtor getting like a call or something like that. And the realtor has like homes to show, but the realtor can't be in 2 places at once. And then me being, you know, ambitious and just, you know, just outrageous at the time, offering to host the viewing for her, right? Because in my head I'm thinking it's a female, for her, on her behalf, and having her number like on speed dial, and then giving like a potential family a tour of the property, and then them presenting an offer and me having to call her and tell her, look, you actually have an offer on the table for this property. I don't know why in my head just now I went through that whole scenario, but I mean, that's literally what I was thinking about. That is literally what I was thinking about. I kid you not. Because I do think that in order to get into real estate, you have to take classes. To get your real estate license, you generally need to meet the age requirements, complete state mandated pre-licensing coursework, pass a state exam, undergo a background check with fingerprinting, and find a sponsoring broker to activate your license. Here are the typical steps. Check eligibility, complete prereq education, take approved courses such as 75 hours in NJ or 135 in California, covering topics like contracts, fair housing, financing. Pass course exams, apply for state exam, pass state exam, get fingerprinted and background check, find a sponsor, apply for a license. Requirements are set. You know, hold on, let me see. Can I take a Pretest. I just want to look. Start with 205 practice questions for free. Practice and disclosures, property valuation, broker responsibility and agency. No, I don't want to download anything. Hey, look, it opened up. So why didn't the other one open up? How many square feet in 1 acre? Probably 24. 43? There are 43,000 square feet in an acre. Next. Mr. and Mrs. Connor sold their home and paid an 8% commission to their realtor, assuming no other fees, if they walked away from the sale with $306,000. About how much did their house sell for? 8%. So 8% of 30. Oh no, 8 would be... How much did their home sell for? I know you would have to multiply that, right? So that'd be 0.08. Let me see if my math is correct. Pull out the calendar. Because I have a tendency to do things off in my head. 306. Sorry, clear. 306. 1, 2, 3. Right. Multiply that by 0.0824. Yeah, that's about like 330, isn't it? For 24? Yeah, it might be about like this. So let me add 24,480 plus 306. Bum, bum, bum. 330,480. Or would I multiply this by 0.08? No. Yeah. Let's see which one is right. The correct answer is 332. Okay. To solve the problem, we need to set up an equation that represents the situation. They sold their home and paid at 8%. This means that they received 92% of the total. So 92 times that. Ooh, wait. I'm not gonna look at the full equation first. So would that be 0.92 times 30600?
If you don't understand,
oops, sorry, I did it wrong.
You will certainly lose to someone who does.
You would divide 0.92 by 306.
Because power leads to success.
Commercials. I'm trying to look at this equation. Let's denote the sale price of the house as P. Yeah, or we could say X. It doesn't matter. They received 92% of it, which can be represented as 0.92p. According to the problem, this amount is 306. Therefore, we can set up the equation. 0.92p equals 306. You would subtract. No. Since that's multiplication, you would divide, I guess. Yeah, divide 0.92 to both sides. That'll cancel out the 0.92 over here and leave it as 306 over 0.92. The original sales price of the home was approximately 332. Among the given options, the closest value is 332,600. Therefore, the correct answer. Okay, hold on. Now that I know the equation, which of the following is a violation of the fair housing? That right there. What? Oh, sorry. Not allowing a service dog in an apartment complex that does... No, hold on. Not renovating second-story apartments to accommodate. According to fair housing laws, a handicapped individual who needs a service dog is permitted to have one, even if animals are not generally allowed on the property. However, the person is responsible to pay for any damages. Interesting. I thought like fair housing. That's why you gotta know them. According to fair housing laws, which of these people is not considered disabled? Which of these people is not considered disabled? Which of these people aren't disabled? Correct. Hey, look at me. Look at me getting them right. Sarah owns a warehouse and has decided to sell it as an open listing. She has contacted 3 brokers to sell it for her. Brokers A, B, and C. If broker B makes the sale, who gets the commission? Who would get the commission? Interesting. Would it not be the one that sold it? In an open listing, whichever broker sells the property gets the commission. As you can see, I'm over here doing a little bit of learning. I guess all of that stuff is reasonable for you to, you know, learn, get down, pack, and pay attention to. One step at a time. We've been live for an hour already. Do. Let me see. Zen Samurai. Which one speaks to me the most? Believe it or not, I saw that one. It started speaking to me. This man's got an eagle on his back. He's on top of a mountain, sitting down, chilling. He's sort of in a city area. I kind of like that. He doesn't look like he's all alone under like a tree. So what about this one? No, not that one. This one.
Hi, I'm JT, and I made Result Hunter, the search engine for conservatives. Let me just tell you what it does. First of all...
Oh, that's a HyperX Quadcast mic. Still got the cat with him. Broski seems like he was always sitting down. Oh, jeez, bro. Is Broski walking? It seems like he's walking for real. Guys, I'll be right back, okay? Gonna go make me some tea. Just enjoy, okay? I'll be back. I'm gonna get me something to drink to take my mind finished with breakfast. Even though it's 3 p.m. my time. 3 p.m. your time, Nitro. I just remembered I had oatmeal today. Nitro, you know what I just thought about? I just thought about getting like a new hat, like a new cap. I wonder what kind of hat would work though, since I'm looking at all of these samurai ronin. I've just been like reflective, you know, and I can't like, me being reflective isn't something that I can turn off. It's like, you know, you get this thought and you sit with it. And the type of person that I am, I've been sitting with it, bro. like it's for some reason, like in my life right now, you know, I've always put people before me, and it's you know, it's a source of strength in and of itself, and I just know that if I can, a part of me being like solid is making sure that I do what I can. Yeah, I actually did see the text from earlier. It was like last night when my cousin and I went around places, I managed to buy a good deal of a Nintendo DS. What type of DS, Nitro? Was it the what type of Nintendo DS is it? A Nintendo 3DS or is it something else? A different type. They got the 3DS, they have the original. I remember the first time I had a Nintendo DS, I was happy. I was so happy to have that little Nintendo system, and it flips open, and it had a built-in light, so like I didn't have to play the game and shine it off of a screen because I had light. Bro, see, people just don't remember things like that. It was one of the original DS. I didn't find the 3DS in the store. Original DS. What color is it? Was it brand new? I had a dark blue one. And it's like I had one, my younger brother had one, everyone in the house had a Nintendo DS at the time. I can't even remember what happened. I just think one day they broke, you know, like snapped, you know, closed them the wrong way. Just thinking about like when I was a kid, man, like the things we went through, the things we had to deal with, like it was bought as a loose purchase, no box and manual. It was a black DS for $80. You got any video games for it? Because I think the Nintendo DS had the slot in the back of it where you push the game into the slot and it was like shh, shh. It made like a little noise. If you bought it as a loose purchase, was it just like on a shelf, like kind of in a case or something? Sounds like it would have been like in a case or, you know, like on one of their back shelves. Bought the games as separate. There was a deal where if you buy 3, each costing $6.99. Oh, so it's 21. Okay, spend $21, you get 4 games. And it's the Nintendo DS too, so I'm sure the games were, you know, cheap enough because we have so many more consoles now. We have the Nintendo Switch. We don't have a 3DS no more, or you know, and that wasn't even a 3DS. It was a regular Nintendo DS. It was just sitting in one of those showcase shelves. See, I knew it. Like you know, for those of us that don't know. And I know it's just me and you in chat chilling right now, Nitro. Like my father worked at a game store. So there were like these cases, and the cases had a lot of games in them. And like the consoles were like either under the shelf in a locked drawer, or they were like lined up, you know, on the walls, and everything in that store was locked behind the case. Everything. Because it had the actual game inside the case. There was also a Wii on the tall shelf for $70. A Wii? Not even a Wii U? Believe it or not, Nitro, I gave my Wii U away. I gave my Wii U away to this girl that I liked. And it was like a Christmas thing. I gave her the whole system, bro. System, controllers. I haven't given someone anything like that in a really long time. Last time I gave away like a game system, I was a kid. And I remember that box. It just sat there. Like the box just sat there, you know? But I have my Nintendo Switch right here. This bad boy. I still got it. I'm not giving this away. I'm not giving this away. Let there be power. It might be dead. And of course it might be dead because I haven't touched it. Yeah, this thing is dead. Of course it would be dead if I haven't been playing it. I'm trying to see if it has any. We have a de use.
I've actually been waiting all day long for my Hungry order, and it just got here. So it's all in the box. I figured we could.
Hey, just feed me. Give me a meal. I'm trying to fix it. I know it has a Docker thing, but the fact that I'm not looking at it makes it a lot harder to fix. Give me a second. Now I gotta actually look at it. And I think I'm gonna plug it up to charge it. Just because. Hopefully it'll do its thing. I haven't touched it, you know, since I know why I haven't touched the Switch. Cause every Switch game is like $60. And I'm like, do I really want to pay $60 to $70 for this? A video game this small? And then the games that I do want to play, like the only game that I know I want to play for a fact is Paper Mario. I would like to try and play Paper Mario. I remember we were playing Super Mario Maker 2. I tried to get into it, but eventually I just got off, and then we started playing other games on the PC. Yeah, so in the store with so many original consoles, like the original Xbox, PlayStation 3, the Game Boy, etc. There were a lot of game sets along the shelf, including the original PlayStation 2 games. You know, people were going crazy over the PlayStation 2s. Like, people have been trying to buy those again and put them up on eBay. They were saying, oh, you know, the PlayStation 2s actually have a little bit of gold in them. So, like, they would be buying them and trying to resell them. I think not even just the skinny ones, the fat ones too. Man, I remember when like consoles came out like that. Well, what's going on? Welcome back. Bro, you should take a girl type test on Google. Nitro, you took a test like that? Like, what's your type? Or feminine versus he did a feminine versus masculine. Well, some people begged me to do it. What platform though? Is it How Stuff Works? Is there a particular website you went to, Nitro? Is it this one right here? How Stuff Works? Let me know if I clicked into the right one. I don't mind taking it. Any of them are decent. I think I did that one. Okay, let me go back. Alright, let's lock in, right? Let's see. I can be a little more reflective. I don't need to look to the right of the screen either. I can look forward. What do you like to do on Friday night? On a Friday night?
How many? The quickest way to go from AI beginner to AI fluent in 2026. Watch.
How many nights a month do you go out and have drinks? Ain't nobody having drinks, bro. What do you do for exercise? For exercise? What is your favorite quality in a girl? You can only choose one? What were you known for in school? Do you think opposites attract? I suppose they can. What kind of books do you like to read? Literature or memoirs? Let me look that up real quick. Non-fiction narrative about a specific significant period. Okay. It's a fantasy fiction. I guess literature. How many girls have you told that you loved? It hasn't been 5. Have you ever had your heart broken? Yep. Do you like someone to take care of you? Sometimes. Where would you like to go to vacation? If I had to choose out of these four, have you ever woken up somewhere and not known where you were? No. Do you like girls that look like models? I couldn't care less. Do you want a girl that is into gaming? Why not? What word describes you best? Responsible. Have your friends ever told you that a girlfriend of yours saved you? Saved me from what? No, but some of them have tried. No, I don't need saving. It's a tie between save me from what? Well, I don't need saving. I don't need saving. Where would you go on a date? Coffee shop. What scares you most? Who would do most of the cleaning, you or your girl? Mostly her. What type of music do you hate? I don't hate rap. Out of this entire list, what do I like the least? How did your last relationship end? Hold on. I'm trying to think of a little college edition. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, she did dip off. Like, she ended things. Then we were, you know, like chatting a little bit, but then I moved on and went my own way after that. Based on your girl type, who is most attractive? Kate Hudson. Lindsay Lohan. As you can tell, I don't know. She looked just like the other chick. Not really, but Paris Hilton. And Jennifer Aniston.
How consistent can I be no matter the circumstances, no matter what's going on around me?
Now I gotta look close. We gotta look at images. Like, I know I'm making this a little. I already know what Jennifer Aniston look. She's cute here. And she's more of a comedian too. Like this photo. Kate Hudson. Had to eliminate one of them. Oh, this is Lindsay Lohan? Man, I'm about to just go Jennifer Aniston. I ain't even lying. At that point, like, all look the same to me. How much do you like to hang out with your girlfriends? How good are you at folding laundry? Not bad. I'm not too bad, but I know I ain't great. I am not great. As a free-spirited man, when do you get up on the weekends? On the weekends, I try to get up as soon as I can, 10 at the latest. How is your hair? How much should a woman spend on clothes a month? On clothes a month? Imagine spending $500 on clothes a month. Are you a tickler? No, not really. Not gross, but I'm not really into like tickling people for free. What? I can be. If I know she ticklish, and then I can trap her. I'ma just say what, because it doesn't. Do your girlfriends remind you of your mom? No, not really. What sounds the most fun? The most fun for me? State park, I guess. You got the mom. You like the type of girl that will take care of you and mother you. When you're feeling sick, you want someone to tuck you in and make you chicken soup. When you're out for a night in the town, you want someone at home that is waiting for you. You love the kind of girl that encourages you and encourages you to be your best. Their questions are just goofy. Let's do another one. You somehow got the same result as me on mine. Well, Nitro, now we gotta try another one. Let me see. Top rated quiz. WikiHow. What is my type of girl? Let's try this one. 12 questions. Imagine you're in your dream relationship. What are you two doing for dinner? We're at home. Dang it. Can I go to the previous real quick? No idea. We're probably... No. She's making something with the meal plan. We're making a healthy meal together. What are you two doing for dinner? If I'm in my dream relationship, are we cooking together? I could really cook on the low, no lie. I could legit cook on the low. I ain't even lying. But I think she'll make it. I'll pop up. That's what I think. What sounds like the perfect accommodations for your next vacation? Perfect accommodation for a vacation? Maybe. What's the most important trait that you look for in a woman? What do I look for in a chick? Enthusiasm, passion, patience, grit. It's like there's so many other things to consider, you know. Enthusiasm, like I want her energy. I want her to be. I want to have the, you know, the. I don't know what shouts out at me the most. Pick a pet. You just won something. What are you going to spend it on? What's your favorite type of weather? What do you think a person should prioritize in life? What type of car can you picture your girlfriend driving? Something with plenty of space like a minivan. Why is this a question? Why is this a question? Her car means nothing to me. I don't know, bro. Who do you think should propose when it comes to marriage? The dude, bro. What Friday night outfit are you most likely to wear? Casual, bro. Which emoji describes your ideal girlfriend? Ideal? These questions, bro. These questions don't really make too much sense. Either cool or smiley. Cool, smiley, cool, smiley, cool, smiley. Ideal. I think I just want for her to be like, I don't know, bro. I want, like, you kind of want like a mixture of the two. I guess cool. Pick a snack. Yoga with granola, tortilla chips, orange slice, something I never tried before.
There was a moment there where I really thought I was going to pass out.
Get this off my screen. When it comes to the future, you seem to have family on your mind, and so does she, patient and kind with endless love to give. You're looking for a nurturing woman who's looking to plant roots of her own. There's no better future you could imagine than one where you build a family together. While it's totally fine to have specific dating preferences, keep in mind that types aren't everything. You can still forge a profound and fulfilling bond with someone who's not a perfect match. Keep an open mind. You never know where the path of romance will lead you. So the other one, we get the mom type, and then we get the mom to be. Goofy. Just for that, a third one. Girl, based on some of these results, you might have to be a dad soon. What type of girl is my type? Alright, marriage.com. Here we go. See what I got to deal with, Nitro? Alright, let's try this. What is most attractive to you? Someone who was I think a girl who was confident and creative. What first name or nickname would you like? I don't care about that. What? I don't care about that. Which quality do you prefer most in a female? Here we go with these questions again, bro. Do you want to settle down and have children? I'm not sure yet. Which quality do you most prefer in a female? I don't want her to be too spontaneous. I don't want her to be carefree either. I think a female being too carefree for me, what you're doing has to mean something. Which of these would you most likely do in your spare time? If you had to pick a drink on your first date, what would you order for her? Order for her? It'll be wine, if anything. Which is most appealing to you in a potential partner? She doesn't have to be successful. I don't really care about that. She just has to know what she's doing. Adventurous. Great with children. I'm not thinking about that. Adventurous, I guess. What type of style do you prefer in a female? Comfortable. Which type of job would you most be attracted to in a partner? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, office job. I don't know. Maybe. Cause I'm thinking about like the recent chicks that I've liked. It's not about like, it's just like the recent chicks that I've liked have fallen in like office areas. Yeah. Even a long time ago, Lily, she worked pretty much in office. Which of these is most important to you in a relationship?
I haven't been to the grocery store in over
Being able to be
years,
myself
and
at all
I'm feeling
times.
healthier than ever. Here's how I
Cause
feel.
I'm not
What
faking
needs
who
to
I
be.
am. If she like me, she like me. She don't, whatever. Which is most important to you? Someone who is genuine, not afraid to be themselves. Cause I think if you can be genuine and not be afraid to be yourself, that falls into trust and honesty. That's the only thing that matters. Because if you don't do this, you're a liar. You're not loyal. How do you feel about trying new things on a regular basis? I'm open to it. What do you think is the most important part of a relationship? The most important part of a relationship would have to be we just have to be able to have a conversation, bro. You don't have to have the same interest as someone else. You just have to kind of be willing to open up your brain to it, you know? Not look at things as so black and white, because I think that's the problem. I don't care about growing and achieving success as a couple. Connecting through shit. Well, there was this girl that I talked to when the conversation was kind of easy, because she was like into art, I'm into streaming, so it made it easier to talk to. I guess fine, connecting through shared. How would you describe your ideal weekend? Working on personal stuff. What kind of conversations do you enjoy most with a partner? How do you feel about commitment? View my result. So this one is different a little bit. Your type of girl is the creative girl. Your ideal girl is the creative type, an artist at heart who brings passion and originality into everything she does. She's expressive, unique, and always unafraid to be herself, which is exactly what draws you in. Her carefree nature will balance out your more anxious moments, offering you a sense of calm when you need it most. Just remember, creative souls can sometimes feel misunderstood, so be sure to nurture her individuality and encourage her to keep expressing herself. Together you'll build a life that's anything but ordinary. Like, listen, like, my type is just different, you know? I can't really pinpoint my type. Ooh, isn't there a looks one? Let me see. What does my type of girl look like quiz? Physically. Oh! Hey! Physically. How do you feel about tattoos and piercings? No strong preference. Well, I do have a strong... she can have tattoos, but I think in moderation, honestly. What eye color catches your attention the most? What eye color catches my attention most now? Brown. But it's more so like the lighter ones. What is your preferred skin tone? My preferred skin tone? What is olive? Okay, fair, medium, olive, deep.
Who's coming in the driveway?
Commercials you can't skip. So out of fair, medium, olive, and deep, I do have a preference for lighter skin. Tan? How important is a girl's fashion sense to you? How important is a girl's fashion sense? Not important at all. I don't care. Which feature do you notice first? What feature do I notice in a girl first? Is it her body shape? Or is it her hair? Body shape. Body shape. What height do you find most attractive? It doesn't really matter. Do you prefer a girl who wears makeup? I think a natural makeup look. Like makeup that complements her features, not hides, not like does too much. Which hair color do you prefer? Brunette. Brunette. That I know for a fact. I know it's brunette. What body type are you drawn to? Slim and athletic. Cause like look. Average is okay. I don't care. But I can tell that well, hold on, let me see curvy. Hold on. Curvy body type. Athletic. I'm trying to find a picture that makes sense. See, I gotta go on a whole scavenger hunt for this. Athletic, curvy, athletic, curvy, athletic, curvy, athletic, curvy. Need a better picture than that. No, I ain't even lying to you. Need a better picture than that. Cause okay, slim, is this slim thick? But isn't that like her? It depends, bro. Why isn't there a question here? Oh, there is a question that says it doesn't matter. It does matter to me because I'm just gonna say curvy. Nah, slim. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I just want her to take care of herself. Which word best describes your ideal type's beauty? Authentic. What kind of presence do you admire? Easygoing and genuine. Which facial features do you find most captivating? Friendly and warm, I guess. Which eye shape do you find? What? Eye shape? Bro, like, eye shape is irrelevant to me. What kind of presence do you admire?
There's a Harbor Freight store in your neighborhood. And the thing about neighborhoods...
Commercials. Mackin was going to... what kind of presents do you admire? Easy going and genuine, bro. Which of these accessories do you find most attractive on a girl? Since I have to choose. What's my result? I can take that. It's bad. I don't want to eat. Oh. Alright. Thank you. I'm fine. Hey, see, look at this. Charming simplicity. You're drawn to the girl next door vibe. Wait, you're drawn to the girl next door vibe, approachable, genuine, and effortlessly beautiful. With an average height and a warm smile, she embraces a natural look and comfortable style. Her authenticity shines through, making her the perfect blend of charm and simplicity. And I guess I just want a chick to be simple at the end of the day. You know? Oh wait, can't we remix it? Hold on. What's your gamer girl type? Is that a thing? No. Where's the quiz at? The 9 quantic gamer types. Ooh, gamer types? See how you compare with other gamers. Take a 5-minute survey. And let's see what kind of gamer I am. Okay, is this the one? New to Quantic? Look, listen, just let me take the survey. What is your gender? I'm a whole dude. How old are you? 1,000 years old. In a typical week, how many days do you spend at least 30 minutes playing a video game? In a typical week? I don't think I play the game every day. I definitely... Nah, every day. Would you consider yourself to be you're a dedicated gamer and play seriously or competitively? Core, mid-core gamer? You regularly play video games but are not super serious or competitive. You dabble in games but in short sessions. I could be a hardcore gamer. I've been playing video games my whole life. But like, if there was a section that like, I don't know if I'm a hardcore gamer, like, cause I don't play a lot of competitive games. So I think I'm a little more chill than that. But when I do see a game and I gotta lock in, I'll be locking in. Like Dead Space, oh, I'm there. No.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 40.
Are there any other games you have enjoyed playing recently? Recently? Outside of Expedition 33? And remember, this is recent games. How important are the following game elements and activities to you when you play video games? Taking the time to practice and master a game. It depends. Accumulating large amounts of in-game resources somewhat. Characters with interesting background. No. Being as powerful as possible. No. Getting every possible star. No. Pretending that I am someone or somewhere else. No. Making an effort to get every collectible item. No. Getting to know all the main characters. No. Taking on difficult challenges. Very important. Acquiring powerful weapons and artifacts. Somewhat. Dominating other players. I couldn't care less. Discovering offbeat or unconventional ways to play the game. Somewhat. Completing all possible no, slightly. An elaborate storyline. That's okay. Having many customization, colors, styles, skins. Somewhat. Playing the game at the highest difficulty level. Very. How much do you enjoy the following game elements? Gameplay that requires long-term planning and strategy. Sometimes. Using guns and explosives. I do enjoy it. Working towards a common goal with other players. Somewhat. Being immersed in another world. Somewhat. Gameplay that requires a lot of thinking and planning. Blowing things up. It is nice. Helping other players. Taking on the role of another character person. I don't care. Gameplay that requires quick reaction times. Sometimes. Being an agent of chaos and destruction. Gameplay that requires careful decision making. Competing with other players. Gameplay that is fast paced and intense. Going up against other players in duel. Gameplay with that's not the main focus. Grouping up with other players. Gameplay with constant action and excitement. How often do you do the following things when you play video games? Primarily focus on increasing your stats. That's not my primary focus. Experiment with objects in the world just to see what happens. Explore the game world just for the sake of exploring it. Put considerable time into customizing my character. It can happen. Study other players to improve my own gameplay. Rarely. Try out many different things to test what the game world lets me do. Sure. Put a lot of thought and effort into the character creation process. It can happen. Want to help game companies make new games? Game companies often want to test new game concepts, blah, blah. If you're interested in getting paid to participate, please create a research panel. Skip this and see. Your Quantic gamer type, Acrobat. Flexing my gamer type motto.
If you hate
Flexing my
tomatoes, kale,
flexing my
or
reflexes.
anything else, Hungry Root is for you. Meal kit services.
This says your primary dominant player type is the Acrobat. Acrobats are solo gamers who primarily want to take on challenging gameplay, and they want to practice over and over again until they can take on the most difficult missions and bosses in the game. Interesting. So I'm based more so into action, creativity, and mastery. I could care less for immersion, social, and achievement. Show secondary motivations. Destruction, community, discovery over design. We identified 6 clusters of motivations, and general motivations within the same cluster tend to be positively correlated. The action components. Gamers with high action scores are aggressive and like to jump in the fray and be surrounded by dramatic visuals and effects. Gamers with low action scores prefer slower paced games with calmer settings. I see. It's not too bad, right? It says, Grub, do you think you like girls that game? I don't mind. I truly don't mind, but it's like the girls that I have like their numbers are just like up there, so for me, it's not something that I care about too much, you know? There are no absolutes in that category for me. Like, there are a lot of females on Twitch playing video games, like Anne. You know what I'm thinking right now? Do y'all want to see like a streamer that I do find attractive? I don't know if she's online right now. She's not online right now. I could show you guys though. She might be on the home page. I'm only gonna show you guys this once. And Will, are you in the chat right now? It's rare when it happens though. I typically don't care. Ellie.
YouTube has just paid for my.
I do find her attractive. I think it's the. I think just like overall. Oh, I'm blocking her. Let me flip me. Where is it? Transform, flip. I'm just trying to eat my french fries and relax. But Ellie? Yeah. Believe it or not, like shout out to Ellie because that kind of helped me get into like Expedition 33. Cause I was looking at it and I was like, you know what? Here was a turn-based game where even though it's not my turn, the enemy can hit me, but I can parry it and pretty much nullify their moves entirely. So yeah, Ellie is cute to me. And to be perfectly honest, I couldn't care less for any other female streamer. That's just the way that I work. Does Ellie know you exist? Do you talk to her in her chat a little bit? I'll say hello in the chat. I'm just a random though. Ellie has hundreds, at least, you know, anywhere between maybe what 20 to what maybe 150 people in the chat. Just gotta look at things realistically. It doesn't matter. She's not even in the US, and I thought she was. Well, I don't know. And that's none of my concern. I don't look at it too deeply. She is cute to me though. She definitely like stood out. And maybe because I was trying to look up gameplay for Expedition 33 that she just happened to pop up. And then when I found out that she was live, I found it in YouTube, and then I went over to Twitch and I chat a little bit. And then I just let it go. She's the only one though, honestly. And there's typically only one. Because I've done this whole online thing, you know, long enough to know that, like, you know, like, when you're a viewer at the end of the day, this is how I look at it for me. I have to stay in a viewer's place. You gotta respect the chat. You know, don't be weird. There's a whole section of the internet that already has that covered. No need to be one more. So I do my own thing and go my own way. I don't know. I have a few streamers I like. Maybe I do, but maybe I won't say them. But when you're a viewer, you stay in the viewer's position. Yeah, you have to respect the chat. Not unless you want to get banned. And if that's your goal, then sure thing. For me, I'm gonna just sit here, eat my fries. But yeah. We'll just leave it as it is. My main focus is on me, you know? Hey, Nitro. Did you see? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah. And that's how you knock out French fries, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah. I'll just leave. I'll leave it there, you know. You can't get bent out of shape or like do too much, and I think that's what a lot of viewers don't understand. Like, sure, you're attracted to who you're attracted to. You like who you like. And then when we're talking about like the streaming world, if you're gonna hang out in someone's chat, I look at it like just be respectful and like mindful. Not just of like what you're saying, but just of like, you know, boundaries and things like that. Like just don't be you know, weird. And just be respectful about it. But luckily, you know, for us, like my channel was small, so I don't have to worry about people popping on over and say, oh Ellie, this streamer that I watch. I don't have to worry about that. But just to make sure, please don't bother. Let her do her own thing. I mean, you can't really help it if you're attracted to someone that's a streamer, but you keep it to yourself and don't say anything. Yeah. And then once again, Will, it's just as you said. If you don't even have the opportunity to see them, if you were not in the same spaces as them, you're not in the same area, you're not even in the same geographic location, there's nothing you can do. Now, don't get me wrong. Listen, love finds its way. You know, when there's a will, there's a way. And in some alternate universe, in some perfect world, you know, like people will fly across countries to go see like the person that they're interested in. And that would be crazy if that was the case. Like imagine, can you imagine something like that? I can, only because like I have a tendency to overthink everything. But you know, like outside of that, like it happens. You know, it's probably you know, it's a rare thing though. It's a rare thing. Even though we have the internet and now you can reach out to whoever you want to reach out to on the internet, you still have to respect those boundaries. Like you have to respect those lines, because you got to think about it this way. And I'm looking at it from like, you know, a guy's like, you know, from like my standpoint, you know, as a dude. And I'm thinking about like what the experience of being like an online personality and people tuning into your streams. I think I have to think about what that would be like for the girl that I'm interested in, who just so happens to be a streamer, right? She could have anywhere between 1,000 to 2,000 people, you know, following the channel, right? And then whenever she goes live, she could have like 200 people in chat. She has an Instagram, so she's going to have the people that are on Twitch come over to her Instagram. If she multi-streams, she's going to have people coming over from the YouTube chat to the Twitch to the Instagram. So that's double the community. And then possibly, you know, they're going to slide into the DMs. Oh, I like your content so much. And then for you to say, you know, I like this girl and I want to reach out. If I were to reach out, you look just like everybody else, you know? And like, it just doesn't work. And I've always been the type of person to be humble about it, you know? So long story short, I suppose, like, I'm pretty standoffish. Grub, has anyone come into your chat that's attracted to you other than Ying and told you about it? Yeah, there was one girl that was, I think. And that was like the first time I ever had anyone in chat that was like a fan, and like she barely knew me. And believe it or not, a long time ago we were playing Tomb Raider. And this girl had popped into my my YouTube chat, and she was like, "Oh wow, I like your content. I love your content." She was like, "Hit me up on Instagram sometimes." Never had anyone say anything like that to me before. And I was hesitant to reach out to her because I'm like, I know that this chick probably, she's a little attracted to me right now, but I'm pretty sure that once we start talking, like, she'll probably fall off and probably think that like she may have a different opinion about me than when we start like chatting. She used to check my Instagram post. She was liking my pictures. We were DMing each other. There would be like at night when I'm getting ready to go to sleep, a DM will come through. It'll be from her. We'd be talking on Instagram a little bit, and then at some point it fell off, and I'm like, that's cool. It is what it is. But that was the only time. Do you remember Cheeseburger, the girl you asked to game with? I didn't ask to game with her. I didn't make that explicit. Thinking about like the nature of that video, and I think that was either the New Year's Day video about like how people feel alone and like what's the point. I'm like, look, if you ever need someone to game with and like you play video games, look, like Apex Legends, like I really don't care. Cheeseburger like quit or something, but she was only 18. I saw one of her videos. Yeah, she is young. And for me, I looked at it like her channel blew up, believe it or not. And I don't think that was something she was prepared for. And you know what's funny? In this case, her channel blew up, but I don't think it blew up because of TikTok. She just happened to post the right video at the right time, and the channel blew up. And I remember like the video that we made, some of her viewers had came over to my chat, and they came over to that video and they were commenting. It was, I actually knew her, like I know her, she was kind of going through it, and then like her channel, her channel was just down now, like she took it off. And I'm like, I understand. I just look at it like whatever, because I look at it this way, like Cheese was already going through something before her channel blew up. She was already going through something, and now that her YouTube channel blew up, and then she was in a position to make money on her channel overnight, knowing how the internet is, especially how the internet can be with the ladies, right? Like you had a number of people, like a decent amount of people, like tuning into our channel, like you're so this is and that, blah blah blah. Imagine your channel blowing up overnight, and then you have like hundreds of people tuning into your chat, talking to you. I really do think that puts a certain level of pressure on you, especially if you're not prepared for it. Like if my channel blew up overnight, I would like to think that I would be able to handle it, because I know who I am as a person, and I know that the numbers on my channel don't make who I am. The numbers on the channel don't make the numbers on my channel don't make who I have been prior to the channel blowing up. I'm still the same person before that YouTube short had sort of went viral and broke 100,000 views. I'm still the same person today as I was before that, so I just think that like Cheese was already going through something before her channel blew up. And then when her channel blew up and she went from like maybe 2,000 subscribers to like well over 80 or something like that, I think her channel was getting close to like 100,000 views overnight. 100,000 subscribers overnight. And then when she would go live, and then because now once you hit a certain point, then you can start monetizing your channel. So now you have people donating to her channel, and then on top of that, Cheese was trying to take advantage of the moment, like maximize the moment. And I believe she made a Patreon. I don't know if that was a great move to make, considering that it can be taken the wrong way. You know, like you on social media, you have a lot of people that be hating for no reason. So she was trying to make the most of the moment. To a degree, the only reason why I couldn't blame her for any of that is because I know so many other people that most likely would have done the same thing. You got to understand that, like, you just have to understand that sometimes it's just going to be like that, you know. To a degree, I just think that when it's all said and done, and maybe it was a little overwhelming. Grub, did you ever talk in one of her lives? No, I did not. I did not. I didn't care to. And that's just the type of person that I am when it comes down to streamers in general. Whether it be male or female, you know, it doesn't matter. Like, I just look at, like, when you pop into a channel and it has like 50 people in it and the chat is going crazy, like, your comment, they won't even see your comment, you know? That they may see your comment as a first time chatter, but after that, like, they don't see your comments no more. What I will say, at least, you know, kind of gearing off to Ellie, anytime that I popped into Ellie's streams and I would like chat, she has seen those, and it's little things like that I do appreciate. But outside of that, like, if she had like 1,000 people in the chat and the messages are going nuts, she's not gonna, you know, like, she won't see my message. But I just think that, like, overall, if someone is streaming, I'm more so of like, I'm just chill in the chat. Like, that's what Twitch calls like a lurker. Like, I'll watch a stream and won't say anything, you know, to the person playing the game. I just won't say anything. I don't see the point. You know, when I first started looking at streams and everything, I was like, oh, this girl, you know, she's cute. I want to pop into the chat. I want to say something, because, like, I actually did like, you know, I liked a lot of girls on Twitch at the time, you know. And then slowly but surely, I just geared away from it, and I'm like, I really don't care anymore. And then, you know, the cherry on top was, I want to make my own content, and I can't make my own content if I'm spending too much time watching everyone else make theirs. So I just went my own way. And every once in a while, like, I'll stumble upon like a channel, and I'm like, oh, like, this girl, she seems okay, she seems you know, nice or whatever. And that's kind of how we, you know, how we found Ellie in the first place, through me making my own content. That's how we found her. It doesn't matter though at the end of the day. And so, like, when it's all said and done, just try to be yourself. Period. Relationships are tricky things. I know we live in a world of the internet now. And, like, it is what it is, you know. But I'm trying to think of where I was going with that. Because, look, people say that now that we have the internet, you have people that have access to people they would have never seen, because before you were the only people that you knew were the people in your town, the people in your state. Now you can have a conversation with someone from countries away. Like, look at our chat now. Bryson, he's a hi Jason, bro. How's it going? This man called me Jason. I'm doing all right, Bryce. But I don't know, man. I do think that there's a certain part of me that would like to think that anything can happen. You never know who you could end up with if you're willing to reach out. But then at the same time, you know, you never really know. It's all right, Bryce. It's cool. Have no fear, amigo. Ooh, samurai in all white. This man has a dragoon. That reminds me of what's that game coming out? Phantom Blade Zero? I get your name mixed up with someone else I watch. What are we talking about? We chilling. We just chilling at this point. We're just chilling. Bushido Spirit.
Being healthy and having a sweet tooth used to be hard, but with Hungry Root, I can enjoy sweet treats guilt-free.
Is it like streamer crushes? Not really. No, I wouldn't even say. Oh, I like this. It's not really streamer crushes, you know, to be if we're gonna be honest about it. It's not that. I don't really know like how like having a crush on a streamer can even make sense, can even be a realistic thing, especially if the streamer doesn't know you exist, you know? Especially if. But like regardless, at the end of the day, like it's just not. It's not reasonable. And that's why I think that so many people, well, not so many people, but that's why I think that like people who get overly invested in, you know, the streamers that they watch, that's why I think that some of that frustration comes from. It comes from spending time in someone's chat that you like, and then that person not knowing you exist, and then people go out of their way to try to make it be known, but they lack, you know, like the awareness about it, you know? Like if you look at what Emerald has gone through, and if you look at every other, you know, every other content creator that has ever experienced anything like that on all levels, not just one, but all of them, like people just like people are unaware. I did kind of find this one Geometry Dash streamer I recently found attractive, but she's in a relationship, and the whole relationship made her channel big. Hey, you know, I just think that like you never really know at the end of the day, you know. I just know that above all, you know, you have to be yourself, stay in your lane, you know, and have some common sense. Was it that Michelo girl? Oh, Will is talking to Bryson. I don't know, man. Those are like just areas that, you know, since I don't have all of the information about them, and you know, you don't know how things are happening, you don't know what's going on in the background. I just mind my business, stay in my own zone, and do what I can. But like it doesn't matter, bro. Like when we're talking about relationships, when we're talking about like two people getting together, like you just don't know, bro. Like I'm not saying that there aren't any rules. What I'm saying is there isn't a blueprint, you know? There isn't a blueprint. And when it's all said and done, like you just have no idea about like how things are going to play out, especially when we talk about like relationships and things like that. Because I do think that, like, if we look at look at what happened with like Kai and the girl that he was with, she left him, you know, and to a certain extent you would think that, okay, like these are like fantastic relationships, you know, like this is like a golden relationship. Take every relationship that you had, like hundreds of people on the internet that knew about it, like Will Smith and Jada Smith. Like, look at them. Their relationship was chaotic. So you never know, bro. I think heaps of people know her because her and the guy she's with are really big now, and they're like the only GD couple to minus Wolsey and Juniper. Yeah, but I also know that you know, them playing Geometry Dash is going to come with those Geometry Dash numbers. So it's like, if it's working for them, then more credit to them. But yeah, bro, I just think that, like, you know, speaking on those two in particular, I just think that at the end of the day, and I will always say this because it's something that I do believe in. I do believe that when it's all said and done, that people's relationships relationships should be kept offline. Like if I was entertaining a streamer, I wouldn't tell people about it. And I wouldn't tell people about it, not in a you're hiding, not in that sense. I wouldn't tell people about it in the sense of I'm not going to showcase the girl on my streams, you know? Like if she pops up on my stream, okay. If people find out we're together, okay. But I'm not going to lead with that like, "Oh, hey guys, I'm talking to such and such now." No, I just think that relationships are sensitive, private matters, and they shouldn't be broadcasted. That's what I want to say. They shouldn't be broadcasted to the internet, because then you have everybody and their uncle with an opinion on your relationship. And last time I checked, you were in a relationship with only one other person, not 1,000. They don't do level requests, and they basically got only views because of each other. And heaps of people think the boyfriend is using her for views. The guy basically coached on GD to gain views. I don't know. But didn't you say that her channel blew up because of him? But she's in a relationship, and the whole relationship made her channel big. So her channel blew up because of their relationship. Or more so, her channel blew up because her channel blow up because he was already big before they met. Both channels blew up. Who was known first? Was it him and he was... What's the thing? Because now you got my attention. It's alright either way though. It is what it is, you know. Both channels blew up, hey. He was like small, but had a few thousand subs. Maybe like 8. Bro, 8,000 subs playing Geometry Dash is not small, bro. Well, maybe in the world of Geometry Dash that's small. But I do think, Bryson, real question. If he was to stop playing Geometry Dash, do you think that his community would stay? Do you think that the retention would be there? Or would people kind of say, "Hey, I don't like what you're playing. Go back to playing Geometry Dash"? If GD channels now have over 1 million subs, I gotta say, if he stopped GD, he'd have less views, but still quiet. But still quiet a lot, I reckon, since he's a likable person, I think. Who knows, mon ami? I should look them up. What are their names? Everyone eats pizza. Yo, his name is like just getting annoying.
When you have the perfect response in your head, but your fingers just can't.
That's so much better.
We've all been there. Typing, deleting, retyping. Now I use Whisperflow. I just think out loud
This
and
guy?
it creates perfect formatted text on any app or website.
Don't care. This dude right here. That's the dude at the top. That's his girl right there. Is that a mark on his face? Find his most popular video. Videos most popular. Oh, her right here? Why be looking him up? Bryson said look him up. He posted something 4 days ago. His girl posted something a month ago. And she chilling with him. I couldn't care less about Geometry Dash, bro. He said, Bryson, that's just weird. Depending on the context, if you're just looking up people for no reason. Oh, what I thought to do at the moment, yeah, like after I clicked into the video, like I didn't even care about them. I started looking at the fact that they were playing Geometry Dash, and then I immediately just got disconnected because it's Geometry Dash. Why are you sharing your streamers you find attractive? Well, park all that judgmental stuff, man. Relax yourself. It doesn't matter though, bro. Still, like, people's channel blow up all the time. But man, when we're talking about Geometry Dash, bro, like I couldn't care less about that game. I could not care less about it. And then just sitting there in front of those colors all day. Don't get me wrong, like playing Geometry Dash was like, it was fun in the beginning when I first started playing it. Because I remember when I first started playing it, I started playing Geometry Dash because I'm like, well, ain't nobody watching me play anything else. I'm gonna just play whatever I want. I don't think I even have a crush on her. She was just a bit attractive. Yeah. But I think that like it'll save a lot of headache if I can't really say too much, bro, on that. Like, it's just something that people do. We live in a realm of social media. And like, you know, do you know how many guys follow like accounts of girls that they find attractive, and girls probably do the same. You know, you like a photo here, you like a photo there. You know, you follow what you like, whether it be a person, place, or thing. It is what it is at the end of the day, you know. I'm just not, you know, judging the next person because I had gotten to a point that I just didn't care no more. Like, I don't care to, you know, be extra. Well, not even extra. I just don't care. You know, people be doing the most.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I
like this commercial.
Okay, you ready? All right.
But yeah, you know, it's okay. It's cool and all. No worries, no issues. I got have work tomorrow. Josh, sure, I come back to playing Geometry Dash and finish off 9 circles in Poltergeist. Probably not. Probably not. if you left the game, I'm guessing you left, you know, you stopped playing Geometry Dash for a reason. If you feel as though you don't want to play it no more, then don't play it. If you feel as though, I don't know, I don't know why you left Geometry Dash. I would have to know the reason. You would have to disclose that information. Let's just know for me, my days have been completed with that game. It's over 60 streams of Geometry Dash, and there was never a day that I only played Geometry Dash for 2 hours. So over 60 streams. If you multiply that by like maybe, I don't know, 5 hours at least, bro, that's weeks of Geometry Dash. That is literal weeks of playing Geometry Dash. And I remember sometimes we played Geometry Dash on a Saturday and a Sunday, especially when the numbers first started getting crazy. So I know. I do kind of care for the game still. I just kind of need a long break, and I was mad at the game. And I can't record my completions. And so people don't believe me when I say I've done them. My phone's also too cooked for playing GD. I hear you. It does drain your battery. What I would say is this, Bryson. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. As long as you know that at the end of the day, you're not lying. You're not trying to put on the front for the next person. The only person you need to be paying attention to is you. It doesn't make any sense to... Because that's like saying, what are we going to do? You're going to go back into Geometry Dash. You're going to play all of those hard levels again. Relearn them. Beat them all over again just to show a couple of people that don't really matter like that you beat the game, that you beat the levels you said you beat. It's not worth that time that you probably could have spent in a different area rocking out. That's how I look at it at the end of the day. If you want to go back to the game, then you go back to it. I also get made fun of for being 9 circles carried, since I only beat 9 circles level, except I think I did the Nightmare in B and 9 circles hardest. Who cares, Bryson? You gotta let that go. Like, you have to let that go, because what other people say is irrelevant, bro. I'm telling you. Like, what other people have to say about you means nothing. Motivational background music. It doesn't matter. You ever complete something, do really well, right? And then you're expecting people to give you praise, and then they still say, okay, great. I guess that was a fantastic thing.
Critics and audiences are cheering for Avatar: Fire and Ash, and they can't wait to see it.
Who's this? Don't like that. Take me back to what I had. Josh, are you gonna see that? No, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna see it unless, I don't know, maybe some lady wants to watch it and then I get dragged to the movie. Other than that, I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. I was gonna go see it, but I went home as I thought my mom wanted me back from my dad's, and it also took 3 hours, which is too long. Yeah. What you mean? What takes 3 hours? You know, that movie ain't 3 hours long. I know that movie isn't 3 hours long. That would be crazy. Imagine sitting down, watching one movie for 3 hours. I don't know. Yo, no, the film is 3 hours. Wow. That seems like something I would watch at home. I refuse. Why is it 3 hours and 15 minutes long? Yeah, I've heard bad things about it being too long, so I'll probably watch it at home so I can take breaks. Yeah. If it's gonna be that long, I think for me, I would rather watch that movie at home. I don't know, blame Cameron, the guy who lives in New Zealand to film the movies. Hey, Dawkins!
One thing I've noticed about football fans is they all talk like the players can actually hear them.
Proud of you.
But when you have Geico Insurance, you'll all...
Ladies and gentlemen, New Zealand has great nature and scenery, so was filmed here. Dawkins! I don't know, buddy. But how do you guys feel about wrapping up the stream soon? I know we're chilling and everything. He said, I don't feel great about that. What you want to talk about, Will? I want to keep chatting to you. I'm just being honest, to be honest. You're a really decent guy to talk to. I hear you. I just keep falling into these moments where I'm reflecting. I can't help it, bro. Like, there are things on my mind now. I can't shake them off. I can't shake them off. Like where I want to be, the things I want to do. I really want to make it to the point where like at some point, like this room is gonna change, you know, like we're gonna be in a whole different place. And like our, you know, whole setting will be different locations, all of that. I'm working towards it, man. I'm working towards it. I'm not like, you know, I'm not like sad, mad, disappointed, none of that. I'm just thinking. What's going on, Bryce? Did I miss something before I went to get some food? Nah, you ain't missed nothing. I thought, oh. Mezzo! I appreciate that follow. Scared me a little bit. Now I'm a little hot. I'm a little hot from that. Because when you're not expecting to get like follow after follow, you know, and they be jump scares, I ain't gonna lie. Because that one definitely startled me. Not sure what you snack. Oh, I just realized peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I've decided to only stream. No problem. Hello from Germany. Hey, Mezzomi, how we doing? Welcome, welcome. I appreciate you for tuning in. I got hot, so I'm like, I'm gonna take the jacket off. I've decided the only streams I want to watch from you are just chatting streams, since they are the best. Man, where the people at? I want to have at least 14 people in the chat. Imagine if we had that many people, the things we'd be talking about. I do know that a part of that is me putting like Discord messages and things like that. I do want to grow. I do want to grow the channel, bro. I want to grow. I want to get it to a point where it's solid. There's 5 viewers. There are. I'll take that. I'm perfect. I'm grateful for that. It's the only thing that matters. Do what you can. Put the work in. Keep on moving forward. Hey, it starts with 1. It starts with 1 and it grows from there. You can't get to 1,000 viewers if you can't get past 1. 1 comes before 1,000. Just look at it like if our channel ever blew up, bro. If it ever blows up, it'll be amazing. Kind of have like a just chatting. You know, like our chat box is just going through. Imagine dragons. Imagine. It'd be great. I know sometimes sometimes I get like people reaching out. Josh, do you ever go to the gym or play any sports? I don't play sports. I don't play physical sports. Not anymore. When I was in high school, no, when I was in middle school, that was the last time I tried to play. What happened was I realized early that I was always the tryout kind of guy. But I never fully committed to the sport that I was trying out for. And I made it past the tryouts. Like, not made it past the tryout. No, I didn't. I never made it past the tryouts. Because I would go for one day and I stopped going. I just stopped going after that. I tried out for football, tried out for basketball, and I dropped both of those. I'm like, it's not what I thought it was, or it was like, at the time, there were like people on the team hating on you, you know, people mad. Like, I remember one of the drills that we had to do a jump shot. And a jump shot is pretty much like you get the ball passed to you and you have to shoot, like right on the spot. So we were shooting from the 2-point line. My shot actually went in. I think like one person missed it before me, then the second person made it, and then I shot mine, it went in. And like people just be hating, bro. They be like, oh yeah, even though they made it, they still trash. And I'm like, it ain't no point, bro. Ain't no point even taking this a day further. So I left it. I got rid of it. And then I tried out for football. And I went out to the tryouts. And on the second time I went to the tryouts, I didn't care no more. I stopped going. Cause then I realized that like some of the like when I was getting into sports, I was like, it was like, oh Josh, you know, do the tryouts with us. Just, you know, do the tryouts with us. Did the tryouts and just realized I didn't care. Like I didn't care to do any sports. I got to affiliate, but I can't actually get monetized and make money or do channel points because I need to give your social number, which my parents would not let me do. So all of that work was well worthless. I quite like basketball. I play basketball and sometimes tennis or golf, and I watch football sometimes. I don't know, Scarlett. To think that, depending on how old you are, your parents are not just gonna let you take something as sensitive as your social security number and put it on a website, especially if your parents don't trust it. You would have to have a conversation with your parents and let them know that you know, and I'm kind of like, I'm on the brink of tears because I don't even have the motivation to stream anymore. See how you feel. I know how you feel, Scarlett. I know that feeling. And you know, my apologies that you have to feel that way. I do think that what you can try and do is have a conversation with your parents and show them the app. Show them. You gotta show them the work you put in. You gotta tell them, inform them, let them know what Twitch is about. It's a video game streaming platform, and if you make it to a certain point, you can actually start making money off of it in the form of donations, tips, and like sponsorships. And now you've made it to a point where, like, if people wanted to donate to your channel, they could. And if this is something that you truly want to do, you would have to let your parents know that. But you have to show, you would have to show them the proof too. I let them know. My dad literally is a mod in my chat. My mom is just so non-trusting. They would not let me. Maybe it's mom. Maybe mom won't let you. Maybe dad will. And you can ask dad to do it for you. You can ask your dad to do it for you. If mom says no, if this is truly what you want to do, if this is truly what you're passionate about, and you would like to give it a shot, then you gotta, you know, ask dad. You have two parents, you know. But I know if dad doesn't want to deal with the wrath, he might just follow suit. I'll send you something in DMs because it's a little more private. Now for chat, you got it. What I will say, you know, on that whole thing, nah, I wasn't gonna show it, especially if you say it's private, because like this screen sees everything that I do. It's literally gonna be one of those things where like you just gotta show you just gotta show people that you're passionate about it, and don't give up on it. Don't give up on yourself. The whole world can tell you no. That doesn't mean that you have to follow suit and to listen to them. Look, you know, I don't like to give examples of like anomalies. I just think about it this way. I'm pretty sure that there are many streamers out there who, you know, who've had that feeling before, and it was like, dang, I can't even do anything now. I play and watch cricket, golf, rugby, and I sometimes play basketball, pool, dart, soccer. And I just love heaps of sports in general. I hear you, Will. There have been a decent amount of sports that I liked.
Where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is
That's the world we live into. Shout out to AI. I think Mark Cuban did say the next round of millionaires are gonna be people that ace AI. It sucks because I can't even get channel points because you need bits unlocked first because they are tied together. Yeah, and channel points are free. Channel points are people get those just from watching the channel. But you know, without being able to do bits and without being able to do no donations, it kind of puts you at that point where it's like, I can't really do what I want to do with this channel because they won't give me something that I need to activate it. I don't even remember having to provide Twitch with my social security number. I don't remember that. I don't know if that was even something I had to do when I first set up my channel. My dad is talking it over with my mom. He said he would. That's it. That's all you can do. It's never, you know, it's not the end all be all, because it's just like I said, you have two parents. You don't just have one. And if you can tell them, it's because I'm Canadian. What did you being Canadian have anything to do with anything? Once again, it's like I said, you just gotta let them know. Show them the progress that you've put into the channel, you know, and let them know that to become affiliate on Twitch, that isn't like a overnight thing. That takes time. Everyone and their grandmother is on Twitch. Like a best try is the biggest tackle thing, or biggest comebacks, or something rugby related. I hear you. Who knows, amigo? Who knows? I think if I made me a sandwich, it will wake me up a little bit. You know what? You know why I'm a little annoyed about like the jelly that I bought? Like the jelly is playing games, bro. I'm like, bro, like the jelly is trying to rip holes in the bread. Canadian Revenue Agency. It forces Amazon Twitch to tax related things. It's the law. Could be a good way to end the stream. What? Oh, like a reaction video to end the stream? Nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't like do a reaction video to end the stream. That's weird. It's not weird, it's just like different. But yeah, you know, I do appreciate you guys for tuning in and, you know, being here. Rocking out with yours truly. We've been at this just chatting for 3 hours. Solid, you know, solid stream. I really could not have asked for anything more. My main focus today was a solid stream. And I know we didn't get a chance to, you know, play a video game. I would play Expedition 33, but in Expedition 33, I'm really in a grind state. Well, it doesn't have to be to end the stream. It can be a part of it. Just reacting to videos. I mean, I feel like reaction videos, that's something that I should do for an actual video and then upload it. But, you know, like outside of what I had to do earlier and with everything kind of being reconnected, all I wanted to do was just relax and hang out with you guys. Like, I don't want to do too much of anything else because I'm already like in my reflective mode. But, you know, I do what I can at the end of the day. You see, here I am. I feel it. I feel it already. I feel me. Rugby reaction video on this channel would be flames. You think so? Is there one that you would actually recommend? Like a decent one for real, for real? Hello? Hey! What you doing on my lawn? I did say that rugby was decent in the past. I do think rugby is still alright, but I just think that it has its... Hey! Get off my lawn! I'm trying to edit the screen so that it makes sense, you know? Hey, that is freshly cut red grass. But ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate you guys for doing it into the dream, interacting with yours truly. It's like sometimes music, all it does is push me even deeper into like just reflecting on me. Shindoken. But I think we did alright with this one, you know? I think this was solid. So guess I can let you guys go for now. So you guys can enjoy the rest of your Sunday. It's not too late. And I'm hoping that next weekend I will have nothing but great, positive, prosperous, and solid news, information, streams, experiences, and gameplay for you guys. It's Monday for me, by the way. Soon to be Monday for me. And I appreciate you guys, alright? So without further ado, we'll be catching you later, okay? Will, Scarlett, make sure you have that conversation with your family. Naitoro, I appreciate you for tuning in. Shout out to Bryson, shout out to Mad King, shout out to Mizzle with the following on Twitch. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and being present. And last but not least, shout out to Ellie Noir, because Expedition 33. If we didn't find Ellie, I probably wouldn't have found Expedition 33 at the price that we found it at, which is double the reason why I got it. So until next time, guys, we will see you.
You do not need to be liked by everybody. You need to choose your friends and your enemies carefully.
Well, hey, golden message of the day. And I couldn't have said it better. But take care, ladies and gentlemen. Take care. Take care, amigos!